50 with 50, 2018, but it feels like 1985 through 87. We're here at the Show Your Scars Fest. The Master of Metal, the King of the Dead, Juan Garcia of EvilDead. How you doing?
Doing great, Jimmy. How are you?
Boy, let me start off by saying this. Every time I talk to epic, groundbreaking, ahead of their time, by the way, I mean this, Los Angeles metal icons like yourself, the first thing that always comes to my mind is, how do you hang all this? The loud music, the back pain, the head banging. I get a headache watching you fuckers do that.
Well, you just got to really have the passion for music, and after all this time, we still have the passion for music. But, you know, and use some icy hot.
Here's the deal. Passion for music. EvilDead. You've been playing somewhat consistently. Played a couple months ago. Yeah. To a sold-out show, and here you are, 2018, starting the year off right, to a sold-out show with Nuclear Assault. Yeah. Reminiscent question: how odd does it feel? If I'm feeling Twilight Zone-ish, fucking time zone-ish, space capsule-ish, how are you feeling? Nuclear Assault, 2018, Los Angeles, sold-out show.
Yeah, it is strange. Last time I saw Nuclear Assault, I was on tour with Agent Steel through Europe, and it was on a bill with Nuclear Assault, Agent Steel, Riot, and Anvil, and a band from Italy called Domine opened.
Stop right there. Riot. Did it have any of the members of that time? Were they alive back then?
Of course, yeah. It had the original guitar player.
I had to throw that in there.
Mark Rail on guitar, yeah.
Okay, 1987. One of the things that I always admired about EvilDead is there was a new venture that you were doing, and here we are 30-something years later. Are you enjoying playing those classic songs? And now you have your old vocalist back.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it a lot. I mean, we did it earlier, like you were mentioned, with Steve Nelson on vocals. He did a really good job, but it's just something about when you use the original singer to sing, and Phil coming in to do these shows with us, it just, like you said, it sounds like 1987 all over again,
How did you fucking find that guy?
Actually, I think Rob found him through Facebook or something, yeah.
And he was still down to do it, huh?
He was down to do it. He was down to do it. I mean, I think when we first reunited, it would have been great to have him on board, but it didn't work out at that time. We couldn't track him down. But, like I said, Steve Nelson did a great job, and God bless him. He actually came on stage with us and sang Blasphemy Divine, one of our newer songs. They traded off vocals at the last show, and hopefully, if they give us enough time, we might do it tonight like that.
Nice. Yeah. One of the things that I've always admired about bands of that era, aside from them paving the way and creating a new genre of music, which now 30-something years later is thriving more than ever, you're playing tonight Show Your Scars Fest to another sold-out show. Does it blow your mind that these kids are eating all that EvilDead discography and all those tunes like it's fucking nothing?
Yeah, man.
Swallowing it all up.
We're just really blessed that we could still do this and bring it live, and just like I said, just really have passion to play thrash metal and revisit the classics. Annihilation of Civilization is like a thrash classic in my opinion. Yeah.
Well, I would say, but I've been accused of being an ass kisser, so I'll just say it's a great record.
Thank you.
Hey, when you're up there playing these songs, do you actually throw yourself in mentally and physically where you enjoy the whole performing of those tunes?
Yeah, I mean, you have totally. But I also have to focus on playing. The songs are fast, and you really got to focus on the part coming up and the tempo, and And
do you kick yourself for writing such technical guitar riffs back in the day?
Well, you can blame Albert for some of this stuff, the real technical stuff, But nah, it's just a lot of fun to play these songs. Mixing some of the punk influences with thrash metal, some classic metal, some rock and roll. It's all good. It's all EvilDead.
How far are we going to go with EvilDead 2018? Are you going to be performing new? Are you going to be writing and performing new material sometime during the year?
Yeah, I mean, we've actually recorded 4 new songs with Bill Matoyer. We did we have a demo. We just haven't released it. I let one song get out like really low key through the internet. internet just so people can hear it. So we've written 4 new songs. We demoed that. It sounds good. I'm not totally happy with it yet. So we're going to go back and do 3 more songs and compare A and B, both sessions. And I think after that we'll be ready to do a record. So we're 7 songs in is what it is.
You're in good hands with Bill Montoya. For those of you that are, especially here in Los Angeles, you know, fucking Godfather, the mastermind of the board. When you're writing new material for Evil Dead, I asked Dan from Nuclear Assault this question. Is it difficult? Because you have this whole genre of young kids that know you from those 2 epic records. And then you have the older fan base, or old fucks like ourselves, that remember that. And here you are now, 2018. Are you trying to go back in time? Are you trying to replicate? Are you trying to move forward and just be spontaneous like you were back then? How does that work?
It's a good question. Okay, so
Not as stupid as I look.
one of the songs we're doing, it's called Blasphemy Divine. We demoed that back in when we originally demoed that with Steve Nelson, and I put that out on the internet a few years ago. So that's one of the songs for the record. That one we're just going to re-record with Phil on vocals. And like I mentioned earlier, Steve is going to probably do some guest vocals on that. So that's one song. Another song is called Greenhouse, which is an old Evil Dead song that was written around the time of Annihilation of Civilization that never made an album. So it has the old school feel. Then we have another song called Word of God, which is a newer song. And I'm trying to remember all the titles. I can't think of all the titles right now, but so those songs are really old school feel. So we're trying to keep it in that genre, kind of like the old school feel. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just trying to keep it real classic. And another idea was we may re-record like a song or 2 from the Rise demos with Albert and Rob.
Wow.
Because those had like kind of an Evil Dead feel. We just kind of update them a little bit in the in the Evil Dead tuning, which is E flat, which is so it sounds more thrash. I think they were down tuned a little bit. So so we're trying to keep it old school. A couple songs will be a couple old Rise songs, and then of course newer material as well. So it's going to be like a mesh of old and some new stuff.
And you know what I was mentioning earlier, we always talk about how here we are now on this present date, but we seem to be always reflecting back to that era. Yeah. How amazing now. Evil Dead, lyrically, one of the things that I've always enjoyed was the fact that a lot of the lyrics reflected of that time period, what was going on. And here we are now on the brink of possibly nuclear annihilation. The greenhouse effect, the East Coast is, global warming. And, aside from that, we got a reckless, Reaganist kind of president. And does that influence you lyrically for Evil Dead?
Well, yes and no.
Or are you taking more Prozac?
Yeah. I try to focus more on the music part of it, but yeah, I mean, we've always been kind of politically spoken, so some of that has made it into one song. Some of that what you're talking about exactly, and
capitalize,
yeah. I mean, we stay up on our current events and lyrically, it's an important part of the band, so we try to keep current with all the lyrics.
It's obviously it's well documented what other project you're involved with and the touring commitments that you have. Will you be possibly taking Evil Dead out on the road 2018?
Well, I've gotten offers to do a festival in Europe that it just didn't work out at the time, and we talked to some promoters down in Mexico for possible shows. But at the moment, I think after this Show Your Scars Fest here in Los Angeles, we're going to really focus in on trying to get the material done and recorded, demoed, and ready to record for a full album. I think that's going to be our main focus. And then like in May, June, I got to get ready to go out on the road with Body Count. So we'll probably revisit everything right when I get back, like in July, August.
As I mentioned, everybody, it's well documented who else you're affiliated with. But this is interesting. Is it true that you've been nominated for a Grammy? Not Evil Dead, but who knows?
Well, Body Count got a Grammy nomination.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
really?
For a song called Black Hoodie, Best Metal Performance. And we will be traveling to New York for the 60th anniversary of the Grammys at Madison Square Garden, where Body Count, featuring IC, will be performing Black Hoodie live for the pre-telecast. And it's pretty cool being...
You're fucking serious?
I'm serious. And
the Grammys?
The fucking Grammys. Yeah.
Wow.
The Recording Academy. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing.
Are you going to feel awkward with having Dave Mustaine in the back mad dogging you because he's jealous?
No, he's not jealous. He won Best Performance.
Yeah, he's got the money.
He won Best Metal Performance last year. I'm really happy for Megadeth. And Dave's a great guy. He actually played on a Body Count song called Civil War, which he came on stage with us when we did it here in L.A. at was it Nokia?
Yeah.
For the Loudwire Music Awards, and Dave shredded the solo, man. He's a great guy, man. I love Dave Mustaine.
King of the Dead, man. EvilDead, Grammy nominated with Body Count. Juan Garcia, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you, brother.
The fucking Grammys, huh?
The fucking Grammys.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you want to keep this on or not. Let me know. You think any of them heavy metal performer chicks like the Butcher Babies not going to be there?
I don't know.
Let me know how hot they are in person.
I will.
All right. Well, that's off the record. See ya.
The solution. There is no solution. Bring it on.